Welcome back to Chelsea Daily Report. Today we've got the latest updates of your beloved club Chelsea. But before we dive in, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of breaking news. Let's get started. Chelsea's intense training session ahead of Barcelona clash. The morning light settled softly over Cobham, but nothing about the day felt soft. The air had weight, pressure, expectation, belief. Chelsea were preparing for their showdown with Barcelona tomorrow, and every player stepping onto the grass seemed to understand the magnitude of the match. It wasn't just another European game, it was a statement game, a moment to reveal who they truly were under Enzo Maresca. Maresca arrived before all his players, as he often did, a notebook in his hand, diagrams filling the pages, arrows pointing in every direction. It was the mind of a strategist, measured, patient, and quietly brilliant. Today was not a day for motivational speeches, it was a day of precision. Robert Sanchez was the first out, spinning a ball between his palms as if he were holding the key to tomorrow's result. Reece James followed, calm but sharp-eyed, his captain's presence radiating without him needing to say a word. Malo Gusto jogged out next, youthful energy and bold ambition in every step. Marc Cucurella burst onto the grass with his characteristic intensity, hair bouncing as if trying to outrun him. Then came the centre-back duo, Chaba, powerful and grounded, and Fofana, fierce as a lion, yet tactically disciplined. The midfield pairing arrived next, Moises Caisedo and Enzo Fernandez, the engines, the thinkers, the heartbeat. Behind them walked the attacking group, Juan Pedro, smooth and confident, Neto, humble but dangerous, Estevao, talented beyond his young age, Garnacho, electricity in boots, and Liam Delap, the battering ram with surprising finesse. Everyone was here, everyone was ready. Maresca's tactical mandate. Before the session started, Maresca called the squad into a tight circle. His voice was calm, but sharp enough to cut the morning stillness. Tomorrow we face a team that wants to dominate the ball, but we are not passengers. We are not waiting to see what Barcelona will do. We impose ourselves. He lifted a tactics board, defensive shape and build-up. Sanchez to play as a sweeper-keeper, initiating play under pressure James to invert into midfield during build-up Gusto, to hold a flexible defensive line, stepping into midfield if needed, Cucurella to drift centrally to create overloads, Chaba and Fofana to anchor the high defensive block midfield structure. Caisedo, the destroyer, the hunter, the counter-pressing trigger. Enzo Fernandez, the conductor, the progressive passer, the architect. Fluid front line, Juan Pedro, false 9 movements. Neto, creative connecting piece. Estevao, unpredictable dribbler, Garnacho, pace and chaos. Delap, physical presence, aerial outlet, space creator, Maresca tapped the board. Barcelona want you to react. I want you to dictate. The players nodded, absorbing every detail. Second, midfield maestros, Caisedo and Enzo. The session kicked off with rondos, but not the soft kind. These were intense, compressed, suffocating rondos meant to mimic Barcelona's pressure. Caicedo tackled like a man with destiny in front of him. Enzo passed like a man who could see the pitch from the sky. Caicedo shouted, "Enzo, one more, faster!" Enzo pinged a pass through a gap barely wide enough for a coin. Maresca applauded sharply. "Good, that's the courage I want tomorrow. Don't be afraid to break lines." Caicedo and Enzo then worked on vertical movements, one dropping deep, the other surging forward. Their chemistry was magnetic, natural, almost telepathic. Enzo whispered to Caicedo, "Barcelona lose their shape when they chase. If we move together, they follow shadows." Caicedo grinned. "Then let's make them chase all night." 3. Defensive wall, Fofana, Chaba and the back line. Chelsea's defensive drill was brutal, long runs, high line, timed interceptions, repeating movements over and over. Fofana. Barcelona's forwards like to drift wide, don't follow, keep the line, trust Sanchez, Chaba. If we stay calm, they panic, they don't like being rushed. Gusto and James trained overlapping and recovery sprints. Cucurella practiced stepping into midfield, sometimes playing like a centre-back, sometimes like a pivot. Maresca's voice echoed, "Compact, compact! If one steps, all step, don't give them pockets." It was a defence built not on luck, but on intelligence. Ifas at the front five, creativity and chaos. João Pedro dazzled. One moment he dropped deep like a midfielder, the next he flicked a pass around the corner to Estevao. João Pedro. Mister wants fluidity, no fixed positions. If Barca want to mark us, let them guess. Estevao grinned, flicking the ball over Garnacho's head just for fun. Estevao, I'm ready, give me space and I'll make magic. Garnacho joined them, sprinting past Cucu with ridiculous speed. Garnacho, tomorrow I'm not giving their fullbacks a second to breathe. Delap, meanwhile, was immense, winning headers, linking play, crashing through defenders. Maresca approached him personally. Liam, you're the key. You draw their centre-backs. You create space for the rest. Use your body. Use your instincts. Delap nodded with determination. The injury update. After training, Maresca addressed the press. Nkunku will not be available. He's still managing a minor muscle issue. Chilwell is progressing but not ready. The rest of the squad is fit. He smiled slightly. And motivated. 6. The final scrimmage. The last drill of the day was a short but fierce 11 versus 11 scrimmage. James dominated the right flank with authority. Cucurella orchestrated build-up movements. Chaba and Fofana were immovable. Caisedo stole every loose ball within 10 metres. Enzo dictated tempo like a master conductor. João Pedro scored twice. Garnacho terrorised the defence. Estevao danced through tight spaces. Delap finished a brilliant team goal after holding off 2 defenders. Neto provided balance, intelligence and creativity. The intensity felt like a real match. Sanchez made a world-class save, prompting applause from the entire squad. 7. The huddle, James speaks. As the session wrapped up, James gathered everyone. Tomorrow starts here. We don't wait for them to play their football. We show them ours. We fight for every ball, every minute as a family. Garnacho added with fire in his eyes. Barcelona won't forget this match. Maresca watched silently but proudly, hands behind his back. Then he stepped forward. You trained like a team that wants to win. Tomorrow, play like a team that believes it will. The players walked off the pitch, sweat dripping, hearts steady, minds sharp. Cobham grew quiet, but the belief remained loud. Tomorrow, Barcelona would face a Chelsea side, prepared not just to compete, but to conquer.